Hello again, card gamers. Today we have a Star Wars Unlimited video for you, and to get straight into it, I wanted to just show you ways that you can make competitive, viable decks in Star Wars Unlimited with 0 legendaries in them, okay? So we're gonna go straight into this 0 legendary green Krennic deck. Now, the exact ratios on these cards are going to vary based on what you have, because obviously here we're assuming you're on a budget, you don't have any legendaries. Maybe you do have some number of legendaries, so you can swap some of these out. And I basically just wanted to compile some cards that would be realistic for you to consider, okay? So we've got 12 cards that we can, 12 units that we can play going first. We've got Inferno 4, Scout Bike Pursuer, Admiral Piet, Seasoned Shore Trooper, Viper Probe Droid. All these are great. You can have these ratios be however you want. You'll notice I'm in this list, it's super crazy. I only have 2 Super Laser Technician and no resupply in here. You can, none of those are legendary. You can put those in here. You could just take out Baze Malbus, or you could take out the Academy Defense Walker down here and, you know, put those in instead. Gideon Hask is a viable option in here as well. You could also just go up to 3 reinforcement walkers instead if you wanted. Some of the main things that are going to be really helpful for you in here are having 3 overwhelming barrage and 3 traitorous. You could also increase your number for takedown if you wanted. I decided to put in 3 Gladiator Star Destroyers in here, down here, just because it gives you Sentinel, it helps you stay alive against the Sabine decks. You've got removal with Power of the Dark Side and make an opening here. And you got Consortium Star Viper for aggro too. Nothing super insanely crazy here, but there's 0 legendaries here. All right, the next one is a red Krennic deck. The reason I made these 2 is because I personally didn't have Iden yet. And you could totally replace either of these with Iden. If you wanted to play Iden instead, totally fine. So for this one, we tried to use force things. So you'll notice I've got it binds all things in here at 2. We've got 3 force throw. We've got some force chokes as well. And we are using 3 Fifth Brothers, 2 Seventh Sisters down here at the bottom, and then 2 Guardian of the Wills up here. They're force units, which allow us to take advantage of those cards possibly. And then we've got a few turn 1 plays: Guardian of the Wills, Scout Bike, Inferno 4, and Death Star Stormtrooper. It's also possible for you to force choke something, and then we also have Viper Probe Droid. One thing that's really great about blue-black is Power of the Dark Side. Super strong card, and make an opening is really good too. You can kill crafty smugglers and you can heal. Very awesome. Imperial Interceptor is a great reason to be playing red as well. Ruthless Raider and Palpatine are also really great red-black units. You've got some Sentinels in space, Sentinels on the ground. We've got the Fallen Lightsaber just to equip to a couple of our force units if we wanted to. There's lots of different ways you could do this, and like I said, and we've got Gideon Hask in here again. This isn't necessarily a refined deck list, this is just showing you a way that you can make these decks without legendaries. If you ended up getting an Avenger ship that you wanted to use, or maybe you got some Force Lightning, you could totally put some Force Lightnings in here, and that would be great, but this should be a pretty decent way to play this deck. Next, we have 0 legendaries, green Han Solo. Now, in the main one that people are playing this, they play the home one, which is an 8-cost chip, but it's a legendary, right? So we couldn't play that because it's a legendary, so we still got our U-Wing reinforcement and Han Solo for our 7 resource play that we're trying to cheat out with Han Solo on, I believe, like turn 4. So we still have those great options. We also have the 3 resupply to try to turbo speed us there as well. And there's lots of tricks you can do with this deck. We've kind of got the standard 1 Vanguard Ace per Thork's recommendation. And then you've got Admiral Akbar, a really solid hit to be able to hit off of the U-Wing reinforcement. 3 Traitorous card is really, really strong. And we've got Bright Hope here as well as a Sentinel. It also allows you to replay some units, and that can be fun. Now, the Pirated Starfighter is probably the wackiest choice in here. I just put it in there just as another 2-cost play in space. You know, maybe if I have no units on the ground, or to return something to my hand if it's about to die, maybe like Colonel Yularen or something. Nothing super insane here, but this is a way that you could play Han Solo with 0 legendaries. Hopefully, this inspired you, and you could take any of these decks and you could take them to your locals, especially during these first weeks while we're still working together some legendary cards, and hopefully they should perform decently well for you. That's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully you found some of this useful and you were inspired. Now let's all go and hopefully pull some legendaries out of our packs at locals.